This morning, I was talking to myself as I was walking, and the thought was that imagine the over 60s feel unworthy, they feel isolated, they think they are no longer useful in society. There are grandchildren demands, those who have grandchildren, they just don't see a bright tomorrow. And then I said to myself, if you are one of those people who is over 60, who feels this way, that you've just reached a cul-de-sac, there isn't a spark, stay with me. This video is for you. I'm Linda. I'm a lawyer. I am a former teacher. I am now a coach. I also mentor people, and I also write source books for my coaching program. I am well over 60, and that is why I am sharing this experience for the over 60 and others who will find the message meaningful. Do stay with me until the end of this video, because we are living in a fast changing and complicated world. There is now a belief that those who can make it are young people who are technologically savvy. There is also the artificial intelligence that is making things magical and very fast, and we tend to underestimate ourselves because we are well over 50. And some of us are also not even technologically savvy. Stay with me. This video is for you, because the complicated world we live in demands experience, and that experience is wisdom. It is a world that demands clarity of judgment, and that clarity of judgment will not happen if you are inexperienced, you are impulsive, you want things to happen instantly, because after all, we are living in an automated world. But that is not how life is. The complicated challenges we face require experience. Let me share with you what happened in 1991 when I was still advising very senior people in the public service. We were hit by severe floods, unprecedented. The big city that has 11 million people came to a standstill, pipes burst, and we were in a crisis. And there came a time when I just observed patterns of what had happened. I took it upon myself. I did not even seek permission to make a phone call to the highest office in my country. And the instruction was that we are in such a serious situation that we need to recall all retired engineers because of their experience. We need to look at hiring them just for 18 months to help us to get out of the deep hole we were in. There were waterborne diseases, etc., and no water in a metro. The message is, I took it upon myself to say, in order for us to address the challenge we were facing, we needed experienced water engineers, experienced engineers who had worked in that environment that I'm talking about, and that was done. So the lesson I am communicating is that you who is over 60, never ever undervalue your experience, because it cannot be bought anyway. And that is the experience that you can even turn to a business. It is fine even if it's a hobby. However, in order for you to find value even in what you are sharing with people, how about thinking of turning whatever is close to your heart into an online business? You start from there. I've done it, you can do it, and it is fun. And the reason it is enjoyable and very easy, it doesn't feel like work, it's because it comes naturally. It's your experience. You just grow it and find that you thought that it was just a hobby. But as you shared it with people, people wanted to share in your joy, in your hobby, and you turn it into business because, after all, it's enjoyable. So I am suggesting that it is useful for you as an over 60 to reflect. Just reflect on your experience. And there are experiences that were challenging. However, those experiences are assets today. They are assets because, again, they cannot be experienced by another person. You are where you are, and you can even share how you turned those challenges into assets, and it will add value even to young people for that matter. So I am saying it is valuable to be over 60 because you become naturally broad-minded. You learn to observe patterns that help you to have clear judgment without even panicking. For instance, right now, the changes that are happening in the world don't make me panic. Actually, I am sharing this with you because it is these changes, the fast changes, that are making people glorify youth. And I am saying to you, yes, it is good to be youthful. At the same time, young people are still learning. With you, there is so much experience you've garnered that you are wise. And I've indicated that setbacks are assets. That's the second point I want to make. You have experienced setbacks, heartache, loss, and some of you have even gone through divorce. However, those setbacks have made you strong, and you can share the lessons you learned. So that's the second point about being over 60, that the world has thrown so many things, but you are here, you are standing, and you look back with a smile and wonder how you sailed through those setbacks, which are now valuable lessons to share. Thirdly, do stay with me on this one because it is very important. We talk about transformation. Yes, maybe transformation as a person, it may be organizational transformation. However, the point I am making is that the transformation we are talking about is reawakening you first, reigniting the spark of realizing that you have so much to offer. When I left the 9 to 5 day job, somehow I wasn't sure whether I could still contribute meaningfully on a bigger scale. And the first 2 weeks I would wake up in the morning and spend an hour reflecting on my life until I realized that I was so rich in experience that I started writing books. I started jotting down the lessons I learned when I worked very closely with Nelson Mandela. What an honor it was. However, I decided that I was not going to hoard that information, that I would share it with young people, with women, with people like yourselves, whether you are in Japan, whether you're in Canada, United Kingdom, Ghana, Nigeria, United States of America, Australia. What a big world life has opened for me, and I couldn't even look at the camera in order to record videos. However, I told myself that I needed to wake up, that I needed to be excited about sharing my story, getting the voice out there, and what a joy. And I would like you to feel that way. Spend an hour in the morning and just reflect on your experience. Gradually, there is going to be this realization which is transforming you into a new person, a person who is excited and a person who is willing to share his or her life. And that is the reawakening this messed up world requires from you and I, the over 60s. I hope that you find this video helpful. Please press the like button and please subscribe and share this message. After all, never has the world needed a clarity of thought, of judgment, wisdom as it is today. We owe it to ourselves, to our children, and to the world we live in. We owe it to this world to put out a message that says we are here, we are still here, and we can add value because of our experience. Thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.